I think Arizona and Alabama will make it to the Elite Eight. Alabama has Brandon Miller. He's like a small forward, power forward. He can shoot the three very well. And they also have Mark Sears. When he can shoot the three and he's consistent on the 3-point line, Alabama does very well. But sometimes he can get inconsistent. And Arizona, I think, will also make it to the Elite Eight and play Alabama. And they have Omar Ballo. He's a very good center. He can run the floor. He doesn't get tired very easily. And when he's consistent and is able to play and score consistently, then they do well. And also their guards are kind of inconsistent because sometimes their guards can't shoot threes, but they're going to need Courtney Ramey to be able to shoot the three well. And when he shoots well, then the team just goes pretty good. So I think Alabama will win that game. It's going to be a really great game, just like they have been. I think it's going to be Marquette and Duke in the Elite Eight. In the Eastern region, Duke, they have a lot. They're very they spread the ball out very much. They have good guards like Jeremy Roach, and they also have good bigs like Kyle Filipowski. They have 2 7-foot starters on their team. Both, I think, need to play a bit stronger, but they both need to be able to guard the guards for Marquette, because the guards on Marquette are really good. They don't really play where they have a center. The tallest starter on their team is 6'8", so those 7-foot guys for Duke will have to be able to guard them, and they will just have to be able to hang with them the whole game. I think that Miami and Texas. I think Duke will win that game. It's going to be another close game, but I think Duke will win. I think it's going to be Miami and Texas the next game. Texas has Marcus Carr and Tyrese Hunter. They are both really good guards who play very fast, who can shoot the three. But I think Texas will win because Miami, I think they will get tired at the end of the stretch of the game, and I don't think that they'll be able to keep up with Texas and their guards. They do have Nigel Pack. He's a really good player, but he is kind of undersized, so those bigs for Texas might be able to block him and be able to contest a lot of his shots to make it kind of hard. I think it's going to be UConn in the Elite Eight and Gonzaga. I think UConn, they have, as I said, they are very versatile. They have a lot of guys that are 6'8" that can play small forward, power forward. Some even play shooting guard. Coleman Hawkins, people play very tough on him because he can shoot it very well. But when he goes off, he can just really play very well. They also have Sinago, and he is a really good big man. He also can run the floor very well. He can contest shots on the other team, and he's just really tough. Gonzaga has Drew Timme and Anton Watson, and they both are really good bigs. Anton Watson has improved his game a lot this year. He's able to shoot the three. He is a great defender, and Drew Timme is a guy that people will double team, leaving their shot makers open like Razor Bolden. He needs to be able to make shots and stay out of foul trouble. And then my final four, I have Duke and Alabama. I think Duke and Alabama will be a great game, but I think Duke will win because they have a lot of guys on their team that can play. I think Duke's a very tough team. They play very aggressive. Alabama, their 5 losses this year have been to teams that have played more aggressive than them. And I think Duke will be able to play more aggressive than Alabama. I think Brandon Miller will be guarded by a great defender who can hang with him. And Duke has a great bench that can also come and just do some really great stuff for them. I think in the Final Four is going to be Texas and UConn. I think UConn will win that game because UConn's a very versatile team, and Texas is sometimes they can get caught up shooting the ball too much, and they can go on droughts where they don't make any shots. And UConn, they're a very consistent team. They score very well. I think their defense might need to up their game to be able to beat Texas, but I think UConn will win. I think it's going to be Duke and UConn in the national championship. I think Duke is going to win because they're my favorite team, and also they just have a lot of good guys on their team. They're very young, but the young guys on their team, they don't have a lot of experience, but they do have a lot of they have Kyle Filipowski who can shoot. They have Tyrese Proctor, who's a ball handler. They have Dariq Whitehead, who can shoot also very well. They have Derek Lively, who's a 7-foot giant who can block shots. And they have a lot of good guys on their team that can score. UConn, I think, might... I think if you can get UConn to run off the 3-point line, then they won't be able to make as much threes, for they aren't able to win. So I don't think that UConn will be able to hang with Duke. I think the final score will be 68-62, and I think Duke will win the national championship.